My days are not typical, they're not structured. It's good and bad. Good from the standpoint that it's something different every day. You just don't know what you're going to get into. Larry, did anybody call? My door's always open. I'm approachable. So if members need something from the local, I'm definitely interacting with members as well. And again, that's could be any number of things. I feel that Barack Obama's campaign for president was one of the biggest grassroots, most organized efforts I've seen in my involvement in politics. He was there as a community organizer on the streets of Chicago. Seemed like an everyday type of person. He dealt with the auto industry in Illinois as a state senator. He had Chrysler, GM, and Ford plants there. So he had the knowledge of our issues, so it seemed like he would be the perfect choice to represent us as the president. Traveling to the inauguration with 3 guys from the local here, it gave me, for the first time in my life, a sense of the country is about the people. Our government's there to lead us. Some do better than others when they're in government, but this country is about the people. And if this man, President Obama, can bring these people together, which I believe he can, I've seen it, felt it for the first time, then yes, we can, is going to happen. The people are going to come together and they're going to make this country, they're going to hold their elected people accountable to do the right thing, because that's the key. President Obama, having gone through these labor issues in his state, not only that he's gone through it, because I'm sure Republicans have gone through these issues as well, but he chooses to embrace those issues. He's more open to listen to the problems that are occurring in a factory or in a union hall than, say, most Republican candidates, definitely more so than his challenger, John McCain. So the fact that he's willing to listen, there's times that you just can't do anything. But the fact that somebody's willing to listen is what we're after. When you talk politics with any group of people, and our membership included, not everybody is going to have the same views. And quite frankly, that's what makes our country so great. The ability to go into that voting booth and vote for who you want is the fundamental greatest freedom that you could ever have. But in this campaign, I believe a good majority of our membership shared the views of our leadership. First of all, leadership listens to the membership. That's one of the unique things about the UAW. They just don't go out there and endorse who they want, or just Democrats. We have a screening process where the members can get involved. But I feel in this election, a lot of the members shared the same views as leadership, simply because of the turnout and the volunteers. We had more volunteers, and the people that couldn't volunteer, I have retirees that live hundreds of miles away. We're calling and saying, hey, we want this guy. So a much better feedback for candidate Obama than I've seen in years past. This sign we had displayed in our hall during the campaign season for President Obama. At the conclusion of the campaign, I asked everyone from this local that participated to sign this poster, and we're going to keep it here in the hall. I think right now, President Obama is doing the best that he can with what he's got to work with. He's trying to put people in his administration that are going to service the people of this nation. Again, he's inherited a tremendous mess, and I think right now he's at about what I expected. It's a fundraiser for the American Cancer Society, and I think most reasonable, rational people in the country don't expect him to go in there and flip a switch and make everything good. It took us a long time to get where we're at, and it's going to take some time to fix it. Hey, bud. How's it looking? What you got? Good. With President Obama, I feel that there is a sense of trust that we haven't seen in a few years coming out of Washington. I also feel, based on reading about him and actually talking to some people that have known him, I really feel that he can bring people together. But most importantly, I can see him, and based on what he did in the Illinois Senate, he can bring Republican and Democrat together. And I think that's going to be one of his biggest tasks. We've got to get the people in Washington working for the people again, and not the special interest. And I believe he can achieve that. Mr. President, first of all, welcome to our hall. What a tremendous honor it is to meet with you. But first of all, I'd like to just thank you for what you've done on behalf of the people you've represented. I want to thank you for stepping up to the plate and taking on this job in what are very tumultuous and perilous times for our country. And I just want to remind you that we have to take care of the people that made this country what it is today. We have to take care of our senior citizens. We have to take care of our retirees. And additionally, along with that, we have got to leave something for our children and grandchildren. So if you can work on all the things, and I know that's a tall order, to accommodate those folks, as well as the people in between, I deeply appreciate it. I think the UAW will survive. It might be a different UAW. They've been vibrant and organizing in the office professionals area, as well as aerospace, child care workers. So it might be a different UAW, not as heavy on auto workers, but we're going to be there. We're a union that survives. We're a union that when tough times come, our people come together and we make it happen. Yes, we can.